President Emerson Mnangagwa havawanirwa chifumuro chavo according to Jealous Mawarire uyo ari kusapota VP Chiwenga pamwe chete nefaction ya VP Chiwenga avo ari kusapota Guduguru apa pari kunzi Guduguru muoffice right. Ari kuyachiti ED can be constitutionally removed from office by the Senate and National Assembly through a joint resolution passed by at least 1/2 of their total membership for, among other things, failure to obey, to uphold or defend this constitution, or for willful violation of this constitution. He can also be removed from inability to perform the functions of the office because of physical or mental incapacity. Section 97 subsection B C kusvika D. ED has actually been taken to the Constitutional Court CCZ 8/2026 for failing to obey, uphold or defend the Constitution. His conduct is aiding and abetting the violation of Section 328 subsection 7 of the Constitution by chairing a cabinet meeting which deliberated the extension of his term from 5 to 7 years, contrary to Section 328 subsection 7, amounts to willful violation of the Constitution which warrants his dismissal. It also shows his failure to obey, uphold, defend the Constitution. There are just too many grounds for the removal of ED from office, and these grounds are provided for in the Constitution. So don't lie that ED cannot be constitutionally removed from office, which the Constitution provides in Section 97 for the removal of president or vice president from office. Anobaya ED rakacheka nyika. Ndo mamiriro zvakaita muri Zimbabwe, ndo zviri kubva kutimu raChiwenga. Hanzi anobaya rakacheka nyika. Hazvipere zvakanaka. Umwe anoenda cheta. So chekusiya makatira kubva makomerezi edu because tinovimba nemakomerezi edu kuti haakurasisei anokupai nyaya sezvazviri.
That's why today we are talking of ZANU students being removed from campuses. Put in torture chambers. They are forced to be in courts because those universities belong to ZANU-PF. That's why our people have no education, because the education is it is owned by ZANU-PF. Even we're free markets. That's why at given times ZANU-PF come and close those markets and say, today we have tinerari. Today you are not selling. It decides for you. So what is the solution here? The solution is to remove this draconian regime. Ango Gerald. ZANU-PF, it even owns whiskey. You are not even drinking your whiskey. You are here with us. You have the man to buy the whiskey, but you cannot have it. Tangofana neni, nisina whiskey. Those who have got wives, those who have got money, those who have got comfort in diaspora, we are here. You are not even enjoying the comfort of your couch because of ZANU-PF. Vanozviti tine mari takavaka mamansions takafanana. You are sleeping on the couch somewhere because you cannot go to Zimbabwe and live and stay, sleep in your ensuite bedroom. You can't do that. Uri South Africa living in a 1-bedroom. Kana 1 room or mukuku wakasiya a very beautiful bedroom in Zimbabwe because you've got nothing. Let's remove ZANU-PF. Ango Gerald, I yield my mic. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you very much, for that. Ndofunga pamwe marasiswa nokuti ndasa Chiwenga apa. And you think kuti I'm campaigning for Chiwenga here.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Or or thinking kuti pamwe I'm asking you guys for to feel sorry for Chiwenga. That is not the intention of this space. If you listen to my introduction towards the end, I stated the reasons why this is something that Zimbabweans we must be seized with, because we are beginning to see, or we have seen, what these people are all about and what they are trying to do. Whatever it is that I have said does not mean that you should feel for Chiwenga. That is far from the truth. What Chiwenga, what I am saying is the Chiwenga speech or whatever parable. I'm not saying Kutizo we should give sympathy for him. That is far from what I am trying, to be, eliminating here. But I just got interested in the intersection of what Sibanda said and the issues that are coming, from ZANU-PF. And Chiwenga, what he said, in the manner which he said, he is speaking to the issue of not wanting Emerson Mnangagwa to extend his tenure to go. And me as an individual who has been sitting on this side of the fence, there's never a day that I'm going to be clamoring for the continuance of ZANU-PF under any other leadership of theirs. Because 2017 taught me a lesson. Could no matter who comes in under the leadership of ZANU-PF, that person is already tainted and that person is never going to see things in the way that everyone else is seeing things. We have lived it through with ZANU-PF for a minute now. 46 years, ladies and gentlemen, is not a joke. We have seen what they do, the plunder, the everything. We have seen what they are all about. But I am saying the issue that has gotten us to be where we are today is that we've got a political party that in itself has failed to even decide on its internal matters. And when they failed to decide on their internal matters, they always find a way of trying to hoodwink people and get people on their side for sympathy and get what they want. Once they get what they want, inenge yango wangoma ndio ndio. And I'm calling for an end, to that. This is why I said, kuti, us as Zimbabweans, we are not powerless. We are not spectators. We cannot let our future be predetermined by certain individuals, because we know where this is going. We know what these guys want, right? They can't solve their own internal affairs. So how can we be content with an establishment, an institution, a voluntary organization that cannot decide what it wants for themselves? It means Kudizo, they're not fit for purpose. And the next thing that we want as Zimbabweans is to see the back of these people. This is why I said it is up to us as Zimbabweans to react. It is us for Zimbabweans, to scrutinize and to refuse to accept the inevitability. Because one inevitability that is going to be happening if they get their way is going to be a continuation of the status quo, albeit under a different individual. But it will be still be the same people that will be in existence. They are there. They're existing. Look at the Robert Mugabe's, existence. Look at what happened today with the Chatunga. It's these people that have amassed so much wealth that they can get away with almost anything and everything. So what we are calling for and what we want us as Zimbabwean people is to put an end to this, to put a stop to this. How do we then get to put an end to this? Is to call for the total, I say total removal of ZANU-PF. But before we get to that point, we need to defend this thing. We need to make sure that they do not get it their way by pushing through this amendment that they want to push, because it is going to be extending their hold and their existence. We need a status quo whereby right now we should be looking forward to a next general election where we should be removing ZANU-PF from power. And that is what some of us are calling for. Some of us want, and we want a situation whereby us as Zimbabweans we can organize, get our eggs together this time around. Because the lessons from the past have been too many, and we've learned from those. It is up to us now to organize ourselves to get to a point whereby we cannot be defeated by the things that happened yesterday. We cannot be defeated by an experience that we lived, because an experience is a teacher. An experience is something that gives you an opportunity to reminisce, reflect, and choose to do things differently, so that you get a different result tomorrow. That is where we are. That is what we want, and that is what we want to achieve. All this here, it is just illuminating things that are existing. And there's nothing wrong in casting a critical lens into what is going on, because we're not being sidetracked anyhow. We are not being taken anyway in terms of being sidetracked, being sidetracked. But what I'm saying is these are lessons, and these lessons we should learn from these things, or these are insights, be they nuances in terms of what they are revealing, because these things, they are revealing a deeper issue, a deeper problem that we thought Kutizo was cured when we came up with the 2013 constitution. But we are seeing that even with the coming up of the 2013 constitution, that the EU that we decided to say we want to overcome this EU is still persistent, is still with us, and it is even threatening to continue unabated. So what do we need to do as a people? I know you are tired, of that question. I know you come here and say, do we still have to continue to be asking a question? What do we need to be doing as a people? But all what I'm saying is, when you're looking at whatever it is that is going on in Zimbabwe, it has to get you to a point of reflection, a point of saying, "Good, hang on a minute here. Let me take a step back. Let me think about this. Let me look at this thing. Let me immerse myself